earlier in reference to the issue that we're having with the immigration, especially with the COVID-19 outbreak that we're having right now. I know that most of you all heard this information last night. We just heard about it a couple of nights ago, and it was put up by our local police department. It's an issue, it's a serious issue that we've been having, and we're trying to get prepared and ready for it. I know that there's some other viruses out there that might be affecting our community, and I think that it was very important for us to let our community know what's going on with our immigration issues. So we briefly talked about what we can and can't do, and what our next step is. We are very concerned here in City La Joya because of the issue that we're having with the immigrants being housed in one of our hotels, and we just want to make sure that everybody is safe. That's what it's all about. We want to find out. We wanted to kind of sort of know as to how many people we're dealing with. There's no communication right now with the federal government and our local charities that are housing these immigrants. So we just want to kind of be briefed as to what is it that we can do to let our people, let our constituents know what we can do and to keep us safe and our community safe. So we threw some ideas around, and I'll go ahead and let Judge Cortez brief you all on what we might be coming up with in the later future. In the near future. So I know that I did get a phone call yesterday from the Governor, Greg Abbott, talking about this is a serious issue that we're having here. He said that he was going to be talking to the officials, and hopefully we can come up with a plan to start addressing the problem. It's not just a City of La Joya issue; it's a whole county issue that we're dealing with, and we're trying to come up with an idea as to what we can do to better communicate with our federal authorities, so we can all be on the same page and try and better the situation, because of course we all know that the school districts are going to be opening up pretty soon. So we also need to be ready for that. Our numbers keep going up every day. The COVID-19 positive cases are going up, and now we've got the new strand of the Delta variant also that we're dealing with. So there's a lot of issues that we're dealing with right now, and we have to be prepared for it. So with that being said, again, thank you all for coming out here. It shows that we're all in this together. We're all in this together. It's a teamwork, and with us working together, we can hopefully come up with a solution and try and deal with this problem. So I'll go ahead and turn it over to Judge Cortez.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, I received a call yesterday from the mayor, invited me to come over here to listen to the problems that his community and other communities were having. It's very obvious that this issue with the immigration issue has escalated to a level that simply we cannot manage it. The capacity, the number, the volume of people has increased to a level that we just can't manage the numbers. As you know, in the past, when an immigrant was coming here, we have two types of immigrants: ones that come here legally, and those that are legally are seeking asylum, and those that are not seeking asylum obviously come in for other reasons, and they're considered illegal. Well, the legal immigrants were going through the process, and that volume of people have gotten to such a large amount that it's taken all of the manpower of Border Patrol and the manpower of Customs to deal with those people. So once they were processed and turned loose, okay, they would go to Catholic Charities to be tested for COVID. Catholic Charities was the only organization that was testing them for COVID. If they tested positive, then they would have to quarantine themselves and their families until they got rid of the COVID. Well, what's happened is Catholic Charities now reached the point of saturation. They reached the capacity. So then Border Patrol and Customs did not have any other choice but basically to turn loose the immigrants. That's where we are today. And we know statistically so far, the best number, the best estimate that we have is about 8.3% of those immigrants that are coming by are testing positive for COVID. That's a pretty high number. That's a pretty high number right now for them to be testing positive. So what's happening, it's a federal issue. The federal government hasn't solved it. We have called our congressman. We have tried to reach out to Washington to change the policy, to stop this flow. We've had no success in doing that. So we have a long-term problem that policy needs to be changed to stop the flow, but yet we have to solve our short-term problem, and the short-term problem is we continue to have arguably, hundreds of immigrants coming across every day, which is posing a problem to law enforcement, posing a problem for health, and proposing a problem for many other things. So we're here today to listen to the communities and see if we can come up with both a short-term solution and a long-term solution. The idea is we're going to be calling a meeting of all of the communities in Hidalgo County, school districts, and some of our elected officials to come up with a unified plan going forward, because it is a very serious problem, and I feel for all the communities that are having to deal with this situation. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Villarreal, would you like to say a few words? This is taking a huge toll on our local law enforcement agencies, and that's why, Sheriff, I'm going to ask you to come up here and address that issue. We're talking about a lot of law enforcement officers are coming into contact with all these people, and we have several officers that are out because they have been tested positive for COVID. So it's also taking a huge toll on our law enforcement community, and we want to do whatever is best for them and for our community to try and address this issue. So, Mr. Guerr, would you want to say a couple of words, please?
I just want to reinforce the fact that the health and the safety of our community is a priority for all of us. With our children going back to school and our educators, we need to prepare and obviously keep them as safe as possible. So I just want to let all of our cities know that we're going to be in full support, and we're going to continue to meet with them to see their needs, and anything that we can do to assist them, we will. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sure.
Thank you, Mayor. So we met with local law enforcement, and they're giving me a briefing of what they're seeing here, and talking with my federal partners that were in my office earlier this week, and they just can't keep up with the numbers that they're seeing here today, and they've come to ask for some of my resources to assist. So obviously, again, it's just a problem that's going to continue, and we want to stress to our federal elected representatives that they need to make some type of policy change. I did hear our congressman on the radio this morning. Hopefully, he stated that the Secretary of Homeland Security was going to possibly make some type of a policy change later on this afternoon. So hopefully it'll be that decision will be positive for us. Meanwhile, we're going to I'll do whatever I can to assist all our local partners here on the west side of the county, where most of this is happening, and reach out to our federal officials to see if we can't get some more federal funds to help assist our local agencies here. Thank you.